Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Reed. In this series, we explore the brain, behavior, and mental health. In this lecture, we'll examine ependymal cells and the choroid plexus, the structures that produce and regulate cerebrospinal fluid and help maintain the internal environment of the brain. Inside the brain is a system of interconnected cavities known as the ventricular system. These spaces are filled with cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF. Cerebrospinal fluid cushions the brain, supports metabolism, removes waste products, and helps maintain chemical stability. The ventricular system includes the lateral ventricles, the third ventricle, the cerebral aqueduct, and the fourth ventricle. These chambers are not empty spaces. They are lined with specialized cells that regulate the fluid environment of the brain. Understanding these cells is essential for understanding intracranial physiology. The walls of the ventricles are lined by ependymal cells. These are cuboidal epithelial-like cells that form a continuous layer between the cerebrospinal fluid and the underlying brain tissue. Ependymal cells have cilia on their surface. These cilia beat in coordinated patterns and help circulate cerebrospinal fluid through the ventricular system. This movement helps distribute nutrients and remove metabolic waste. Ependymal cells also allow controlled exchange of substances between the brain tissue and the CSF. This makes them an important part of the brain's internal regulatory system. Within the ventricles are specialized structures called the choroid plexuses. These structures consist of folds of vascular tissue covered by a layer of modified epithelial cells. Unlike the ependymal lining, the cells of the choroid plexus are specialized for secretion. They actively produce cerebrospinal fluid. Blood flows through capillaries within the choroid plexus, and fluid is filtered and modified before entering the ventricles. This process is tightly regulated. Cerebrospinal fluid is not simply filtered plasma. It has a specific composition that supports neuronal function. The choroid plexus, therefore, plays a central role in maintaining the chemical environment of the brain. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through the ventricular system and then into the subarachnoid space surrounding the brain and spinal cord. From there, it is gradually reabsorbed into the venous circulation. This continuous circulation allows the brain to remain protected, nourished, and chemically stable. Disturbances in CSF flow can lead to increased intracranial pressure. This may occur in conditions such as hydrocephalus, obstruction of the aqueduct, or impaired absorption of fluid. Because the brain is enclosed within the skull, even small changes in fluid balance can produce significant symptoms. Cerebrospinal fluid serves several important functions. It provides mechanical protection by allowing the brain to float within the skull. It helps remove metabolic waste. It distributes signaling molecules and nutrients. It stabilizes the chemical environment required for neuronal activity. Without proper regulation of CSF, normal brain function cannot be maintained. The ependymal lining and the choroid plexus together form a critical interface between the brain, the fluid system, and the circulation. Disorders involving the ventricular system and cerebrospinal fluid can produce a wide range of neurological symptoms. Obstruction of CSF flow may lead to hydrocephalus. Inflammation of the ventricular lining may occur in infection. Damage to the choroid plexus can alter fluid production. Changes in CSF dynamics may contribute to headache, cognitive impairment, and changes in consciousness. Because these structures regulate the internal environment of the brain, their dysfunction can affect the entire nervous system. The brain depends not only on neurons and glial cells, but also on the systems that regulate its internal fluid environment. Ependymal cells and the choroid plexus maintain the balance that allows neural tissue to function. Understanding these structures helps explain how the brain protects itself, nourishes itself, and preserves stability. If you're finding these lectures helpful, please like and subscribe to Read Matrix, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments section.